Alright, so I have to take everything out, including the seat, to get to the engine. So we're going to do that. And I need a table to set my things on. I use this ladder. And get all of this stuff out of here real quick. Everything out of here, including the keys and the computer reader. Alright, so set this here right now. I'm going to need these for when I get into the engine. Okay, don't roll all the way over there. Alright, first thing is I got to get the seat up. 4 bolts on each side. Nice. Alright, there's 1 bolt. This thing's so long. I need like a shorter. Let me go see in my garage if I got a shorter extender here. It's a little bit too long. Should work. Everything is in the most awkward place ever. Alright, 2 more to go. This is the most awkward place. Fucking door jam's in the way. Actually, go in here like this. There we go. Works. Do the rest with my hand. Alright, one more. seat is done. Hold on, I gotta move this ladder. Go right up to that. Where's that ball? Is this hooked on anything? Nope. Alright. Just goes right up. Alright. This should just unhook, right? Alright. See, I can't open my driver door. That makes it even more fun. Where's it at here? There it is. Oh, right, I gotta take this off too. This is going to be a pain in the ass not being able to open the door. Where's that screwdriver? I had one in here. There we go. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get it out because of the door. Let me see how to open this door. Open it like that. I gotta move the door to get this out. So I gotta figure out how to open this door now. Does this all come off? Oh, sorry. Just pop this off. Ironically, there was a point in which this door wanted to come open all the time while I was fucking driving, and I'd have to hold it shut until I figured out I could just lock it, and now it won't open. There's got to be like a wire that I could pull to just unclamp it. I gotta get this off in order to access that. I gotta replace this out anyway, so I don't really care if I break anything. Just need to get the door open. Alright, so this is the door lock. Just unplug this so I don't damage this part. This is my locks. It's not locked in there any other way. There we go. without breaking it. There we go. Actually, if I just remove this plastic here out of the way, I can still get the door. Should still be able to get this thing out. I still need a screwdriver. I'll be right back. Get a screwdriver. Thinking that I gotta get this thing off in the back first. Which brings me back to this shit. There we go. That's all I needed was a screwdriver. Oh, you know you want to come out. Oh, of course. They didn't tell me about that. I might end up taking this driver's seat out since I can't open the door, but try and get this without having to do that. There's a screw. You can't see under there. Alright, hold on. So, I have decided that I'm going to remove this driver's seat because I can't get the door open without destroying everything. I could get the door open. I don't want to destroy all the plastic over it. So, let's start on the other side are really going to be fucking problems to get to them, but there's not really any room to crank. Well, actually in the back I can, but front left bolt is going to be a problem. Ready to tell. I get this driver's seat out, then I don't need to open the door. Get out of here, Ether. What do these wires even go to? Some random wire just sticking up out of the ground. Number 2. Let's get this one. Alright. Just get it on the goddamn fucking bolt here. Why am I not on this one? I knew this was going to be a problem. Can I get to it this way? No, I can't. I'm not even fucking loosening this. Looks like it's turning. Very slowly, but it's turning. I told everybody that it was going to be a fucking nightmare to get to the goddamn engine. This is why. Look at everything you have to take out just to be able to access your engine, so that I am able to check my distributor cap to see if that is the problem, or if I have some loose wiring, or if I have a fuel injector that could be clogged. Just to do that, all of this has to come out in this van. So the whole point of installing a fucking hood on it, I don't understand why we even bothered with a fucking hood. What was the point? It could have just been extra storage space. Can't do anything under it. Nothing important anyways. This is going to be a nightmare. I can't see what I'm fucking trying to do here. Alright, I found the bolt in my hand. That feels right. I think I'm on. Where is it? Where are we at? It's right here. Okay. That again. And this is why no mechanics want to work on this fucking van, because they know how much of a pain in the ass it is just to get to the goddamn engine. Which means I am now going to have to do it myself. Which is fine. Let me see if I can get this on there. Alright, now I got that on. There we go. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got it. Finally got it. especially when the fucking driver door still doesn't open yet. Like, once I get that fixed, obviously, imagine like trying to work on this thing and you can't even open the door. I think I can unscrew the rest of this with my hand. Yep. This is going to be fun to put back on, by the way. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, got it. Started my... Alright, let's not lose that. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to get these back on. This way with this chair. It's alright, I need new chairs anyways. Now we got no chairs in here. Alright, so I should be able to get everything, right? Like, unscrewing this stupid ass fucking thing. Oh, of course! It's not a fucking regular screw. No. No, of course it's not. I thought it was from the inside. It's not. What is that, 10 millimeter? Or 8? Looks like 8. Looks like an 8 millimeter. Alright, so now I'm gonna go get a 10 or 8 millimeter socket. I'll be right back. They gotta use 100 different size things out here. Oh, wait, hold on. I might have something here. Let's see if this fits. What is this? This is a 10. It's just slightly too big. Alright. Well, good thing I got an unlimited amount of ratchets sets inside the garage. I'll be right back. When in doubt, bring the whole thing out. What is this one? This one's 8. Let's see if this one works. The one that's on it might actually work. This might be too small. That looks too small. Too small. Alright. Put that back. Is it a 9? Jeez. Wait, then what size was the first one I did? Because I thought it should be a 10. This is a 10. Yep, Now, here's my new problem. Oh, that's over. That's. I was like, wait a minute. How does this not fit on the ratchet? Because I took the fucking extender out. Alright, so now I should be able to get these off. I got the right size. I can't wait till I get this out and then there's a different size. They do it all over again. Get comfortable. Be here for a minute. Just really try not to lose anything. Now you all see why a mechanic wants to charge me $1,700 to do all this. Not to change anything, but to get this shit out. So I said, I'll do it for fucking free. I'll get it all out of there. And then I might as well change the Spider fuel injector system myself. Because it's got a spider, it's not just separate individual fuel injectors. It's a spider system. Which, might I add, was already fixed and changed 2 years ago, so that might not even be the problem. Even though the codes tell me it is. It might just be clogged. This van was sitting for a while. Or, the distributor cap shot the fuck out, and that has to be replaced, which that's a lot easier. Honestly, I'm hoping that it is the distributor cap. Which is causing it to misfire. At least everything looks nice and clean under here. I was expecting there to be like a million wires everywhere. And dirty and dusty. It's not. It's very clean. Actually, everything looks pretty new. Where the computer hookup is. Still get, this is a very long bolt. I'm doing it with my fingers. Oh. Is this even the right way? No, that's tight. Well, you know what? While I got the seats out, I might as well rip the plastic off the wall and then unbolt the fucking metal partition that you guys are hanging on right now. One more to go. Oh shit. Oops. This one's a little bit trickier because the parking brake's in the fucking way. I don't have much space to ratchet. Whatever the fuck it's called. Don't tell me this parking brake I have to unhook too. I don't think I do for this plastic. Why do they have to ratchet this plastic in? Why couldn't they just like have the plastic push clips like they did on the passenger side? Like, why is this all bolted in? This is not even necessary. It's a very light piece of plastic. Stupid. Fucking GM back in the early 2000s was just a fucking stupid ass company. They use stupid paint on the outside of the van, and everything is just fucking fast and dumb. Is this even coming out? Doesn't feel like it. Oh, cool! I could just put it back up. is coming out. Again, very slowly, not fast enough. I got it. All right. That's out. I'm assuming this is all one piece. All this come out too. I didn't say anything about this. Oh, nice. Nice. All right. I got it. I figured it out. I think it's just stuck on this rug. You're supposed to just come right out, dude. What exactly is this latch for? Alright, hold on. Let me figure out how this comes out. I don't think I need to take the rubber out. That wouldn't make sense. Where are we? So this wants the big thing wants to come out. Google. Google. One second. Already did that. He made it seem way too easy, but cool. Oh, they got this bolted in. It's not supposed to be in that video, but I'd be lucky enough for this to be the same size as under the steering wheel. Should be. I don't think this is the same size. It is. I'll be darned. I gotta get these napkins out of here. I was trying to save these clean napkins, but just stick them there for now. These receipts. Slide everything there. She kept getting in the way. So I'm going to do this with one hand. It's hard to get two hands in here. Pretty sure this fits. I just had it on there. And check it again. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. This is a 10, right? Yep. Let's try an 11. Why did they use so many different size bolts, dude? Yep. It's not a 10, it's an 11. We had to use a slightly bigger bolt for this. Couldn't just do everything the same. So the problem I'm having is I don't have like any room to work with two hands. It's a very narrow space to turn. It'd be cool if these were just regular screws, right? I think if I just hold it at the base. There we go. Looks like I have 3 of these. Again, there are a lot of bolts on the plastic. I'll just do it with my hand. This is the narrowest fucking hole ever. I got it though. I got it turning. But I gotta do it with my fingers because this tool doesn't reach all the way in the hole. Which is why I was having so much trouble. I gotta do this 3 more times. But I'm pretty certain once I have this unbolted, this whole thing will come out. should. There's no other place for screws all the way around. And in the YouTube video that I watched on how to do this, his particular vehicle didn't have screws in here. Didn't say anything about screws in here. Actually, he did say that there were screws here, but there were no screws here. That's why I didn't think there was any on the other side either. Wait, is this my air conditioning system? What is this? Might be able to change my blower out too while I got all this open. Might be easier from this side. Alright, I got that screw. 2 more to go. This side's a lot easier. It's probably how I'm sitting, that's why the other side sucks. This side's a lot easier. I'm still got a little ways to go. This is the final boss screw. It's all the way up here. There's none on the other side. Shit. Something told me that this last one, because of where it's at, it's going to be a nightmare. Once I get it loose, should be able to just screw it out, right? Almost there. Almost there, man. This doesn't even feel like it's the right size screw. This feels like a different size screw, and that's why I'm just spinning around it. tell you all right now, I am not putting the screw back in. It doesn't need it. It was held in perfectly fine by the bottom too. It doesn't need this screw. It's not going back in. I'm never gonna want to deal with this shit again. What a retard idea it was to put a screw in a very narrow space at the very top, leaving you no room to turn a ratchet. Retard. And this isn't even a big ratchet. It's like a very tiny one. Just trying to get this thing loose. Nope. I wonder if I have an impact drill. I have an air compressor, but I'm trying to wonder if I have a impact wrench bit for the drill. Because then I can just stick that bitch in here. The problem I'm having is keeping it on the screw. When I go to turn it, it wants to fucking come off of it. There's not really a good angle. Can't this thing just... That goes through there. So that looks about right. Wait a second. This is the only one that an Allen wrench might actually fit into. Oh, I'll be right back. Maybe that's why they use it. That screw is not flat like the other ones. Maybe the only way to get it in is with an Allen wrench. Let's see. This looks like it could be it. There we go. It's too big. I found it. We got a winner. Otherwise, I will just drill that out. I will drill around the plastic and just rip it out. I don't give a fuck. Because once I get it fucking fixed, it won't be an issue. Make sure. Yeah. Got it! Fucking bitch ass motherfucker. Wait, where'd the screw go? Where'd the screw go? You know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm not putting it back in. Alright, I don't want to lose any of these bolts, so let me... That's why it wouldn't come out, because these have to be unclamped, stupid. Alright. Put this where I won't lose anything in it. Oh shit. Now, let's not rip the Apple CarPlay out. There's the engine. Told you all. Mission accomplished. Alright, so the spider's going to be down inside there. I gotta call my guy real quick and have him walk me through this. So I'll be right back. Alright, actually I can do it right here. Just need my earbuds. Alright, it's not answering right now. Alright, so there's two things that are potentially wrong with this. The codes tell me that it is the fuel injectors in cylinders 1, 5, and 6 that are malfunctioning. You don't just buy individual fuel injectors for this engine. It comes as a like a console with 6 injector hoses and injectors. It's like a spider arms, and it goes inside the engine and it plugs in. Now that was just replaced 2 years ago. It's still relatively new. So that actually shouldn't be what's wrong with it. So it shouldn't even be faulty fuel injectors. I didn't know that until I talked to the guy that sold me the van again. I didn't know he had those changed. What he told me to look for is the distributor cap to see if it's fastened or cracked, to which I have no idea where that is. I'm assuming maybe he's talking about that up there. Make sure everything, so here, and all the spark plugs were completely changed as well. So we got cylinder 2, 4, 6. We got cylinder 1, 5, 8. I don't know what the fuck that is. Everything looks dry. It doesn't look like I got, oh wait a minute. Okay, so there is some kind of leak right here. Looks like I got an oil leak, or it could be transmission fluid on top of the engine right here. Get some pictures of this. Give me a second. That's the only place I see fluids out of the engine. Strip down in there. Alright, let me send off these pictures real quick. He's going to call me back in a couple seconds. So, the guy that sold me the van has worked on this van so many times. He told me that it was sitting for a little while, so there could be something clogged. But I'm waiting for him to FaceTime me so he can specifically walk me through how to diagnose this. Since he's done it so many times himself, he's kind enough to do that. And so that looks like an oil leak, but it does have oil. We checked the oil 2 days ago. Oil is fine. Like, all the fluids are good. It has a slight leak, but nothing major. That's not causing it to have the problems it's having. Knock it off. Oh my God, Spectrum, fucking assholes. Alright, so this is the distributor cap. There's a little spinny thing inside there. I don't see a crack anywhere. But what I can do is remove these. See if it's clogged up or anything. This whole thing right here could just be bad, which that would be really easy to replace. I would just unhook all of these, unhook it from there, unscrew it out, and then pop the new one in place. That would be easy if that's the issue. These are spark plug wires. These are all brand new. You can see that the wire, everything's brand new. There's one that was hanging halfway off, of course, but I might want to clean these. These like this. These look pretty good, actually. It would be the actual distributor itself if there was. These all go back into here. These look like they're in. And then this. This is what I'm worried about right here. This looks really fucking loose. This looks very loose. That's good. What the fuck is this? Yo, this thing just fucking came right out. This isn't even clamped in. This isn't even fucking clamped. What the fuck? What is this? It goes into where the cylinders are in the top of the engine. This looks dirty as hell too. This just like, it fucking took nothing to pull this out. Look, it's like barely in there. It's not even clamped into place. Nothing is. The whole fucking engine's just loose, everything. Very familiar with the layout of his old engine here. Alright, give me a second. Alright, hold on. So, this guy that posted this video, it had the same problems that I'm having. It's just misfiring in multiple cylinders, and he said that he replaced the fuel injector spider, and he also at the same time replaced the distributor, which is this. So what I'm thinking about doing is, I already ordered the spider for the fuel injectors. I was just going to do that anyways while the engine opened up. But I'm thinking I might order a distributor as well, which is a little bit cheaper. The spider for this van, with the fuel injectors, the whole kit altogether was only $154, so it's not really all that bad. The distributor, I have to look up the price on that, but I was told that that's actually cheaper than the fuel injector kit. So worst case scenario, I'll just end up changing both out. Because the seller told me he didn't change this. He just changed, it's got new spark plugs, which is all this right here. And to get to the fuel injectors, I'm going to have to unbolt this to get back there and unbolt the one in the back. It's kind of a bitch to get back there. This side's a lot easier. There's less in the way on that side. It's 4 bolts that pops up. And then your fuel injector wires are going to be down and under that, which I don't need to do that until I have the fuel injectors to put in it, obviously. I don't want to leave this open for multiple days and exposed. Fuel injectors will be here on the 17th. Unfortunately, the auto parts store yesterday didn't have, they told me that they had them. It was for a different engine for similar van. It wasn't for my van. When we use my VIN number, they actually don't even sell those at the auto parts store. So I had to order them online. They don't even have the spider set at most auto parts stores for this van. So they make them, you just got to order them online. So now I got to wait. Like, it wants to start, but it is misfiring. You know what I could do right now, though? I could take the cap off, which is this. I could just take the whole cap off and look inside of it and see if it's clogged. I could do that right now. What are we working with? It's a star shape. Looks like this one might be the right one. Bro, what the fuck, dude? These probably haven't been taken out of here in years. These are really fucking in there, aren't they? Wow. These are fucking locked in. It's gonna be too big. That's too big. Try this one. That's too small. What the fuck? One's too small, one's too big. Try this one. There we go, that's the right one. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this off. I don't need to unplug everything on the sides. It's just coming right up. Let's go ahead and unplug the power supply to it first. one screw holding it on there. Oh shit. It looks like it's fucking cracked. Let's not lose that. Oh, there's one more screw back here. Okay. I just can't see it. It's right here. Got it in. Let me try this real quick. Just leave that there. Oh wow, this thing's dirty. That doesn't look good. It looks burnt up in the middle. And it's very dirty. There's a little mechanism in here that spins. And it looks like it burnt the plastic in the center. So yeah, this doesn't look good. So I might want to just replace the whole distributor, which actually could be causing it to misfire in all the cylinders itself, and it may not even be the fuel injector. I might have just figured this whole thing out. So I might be able to just cancel my order for now on the fuel injectors. Because he just changed those 2 years ago. Like, those would not have gone bad that quickly. If anything, they'd be clogged, but they would not have gone bad. Let me send a picture. That's bolted in on both sides right here on a mechanism that spins. What's underneath this look like? Can I see? looks fine. Like we were kind of worried that the distributor cap might be cracked, which would be causing a misfire. It's not. Everything looks good on the cap part of it, but the distributor itself looks like it's here, let me grab the camera so people can see up close, like what I'm talking about here. It looks like it's burnt up. I don't know, maybe the motor's burnt up, or and it's like the screws underneath are all rusted. See, my inside the distributor, it's looks like it's pretty burnt, and it's very dirty. And I don't know if you could see in between under that white cap, you could see the screw, it's all rusted out. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna just have to replace, maybe start with just replacing the distributor, because that would be the easiest thing to replace in here. And I might be able to get that at a parts store nearby and not have to wait on it. And then if it doesn't fix the issue, then I know from that point it's got to be the fuel injection system or the coils. No, it's not the fuel pump, because the van wouldn't even have gotten gas to be able to start the cold start. Like, the problem is that the cylinders aren't distributing fuel evenly, and it's killing the engine. So it's got like an uneven carry of fuel through the lines, but it's not the fuel pump, because it just wouldn't get fuel at all at that point. Drive the AutoZone. Yeah, I don't think I'm driving anywhere right now. I don't even have seats. I don't even have fucking seats in here. But I will tell you what, I was able to completely get everything out of here in a couple hours, where a mechanic would have charged me $125 an hour for 2 hours probably to get all this shit out of here. A mechanic would have charged me $125 an hour just to do what I did. So worst case scenario, if I'm not able to fix it, at least when they tow the van to the mechanic shop, everything's already fucking done for them. So they're not going to charge me at an hourly rate to get to my engine. This is exactly why it's hard to find mechanics that are willing to work on these vans, because the engine is inside the van. Did you turn the pump off? No, I didn't turn anything off. So it's not like it's anything major. It can only be one of two things. When those two things are fixed, there's no codes for anything else, so there's nothing else broken with it. It just needs a couple new parts. Put down a folding lawn chair and go. Oh my god, imagine like a turn, me and the chair just go fucking side. And then people just see a van with nobody driving it. There's a slight fuel leak, it looks like. I'm sorry, oil leak, not fuel leak. It looks like oil down in there. That's what I was talking about. Like I might have a little oil leak in that lip right there. Something's leaking. But that's not causing it to do what it's doing. Also, my oil levels are good. I haven't had an oil change on it for, he said the last time was 2 months ago. I just drove it all the way from Florida to New York. I just checked the oil 2 days ago and the oil's fine. It's at a good level. It looks good. Infamous valve cover leak. Yep. Well, I'm obviously going to clean that out of there before I put anything back. But I think for now I'm going to cover this back up. I'm still waiting on the guy that sold me the van to call me. He's in the middle of something. He's going to call me back once he can. Yes, I did. That's what I was looking at. So like these two wires were crisscrossed when I pulled them out. So I put them exactly in back crisscrossed the way that they were. It didn't make sense to me because I was like, why are these fucking crossed over when I was pulling them out? But yeah, I put them in exactly the way I found them. This one was easy. That was just a awkward shaped one. I don't even know what that one does. I don't know. This is my first time even looking at the engine in this van since I bought it. So yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna order a new distributor cap. Let me ...2004, let's see, Savannah, 4.3 liter. $40. $40. Advanced Auto Parts $95.99 if I want to pick it up right now. $40 to have shipped to me by the 17th. But Advanced Auto Parts has it $82 at. There's different brands. There's one premium one for $82.44 at it. AutoZone's got it for $92, $119, curbside pickup. There's like a bunch of different ones, but the cheapest one's $40.49, which is the same brand for my make and model as the fuel injector Spider, same brand as that. So if I want to keep everything the same brand, I'd go with that. So look, let me show you guys. That's what it looks like. Apparently it's like got a dipstick. It goes all the way down into the engine. 44 Advanced Auto Parts, 95, 99. So no, it's not a lemon. Dude, a lemon would be I got up here and found out that my transmission needed to be rebuilt or my motor blew up or something. Clearly you guys have no idea about vehicles, because if you're just changing a distributor or you're changing the spotter with the fuel injector plugs, those are like minor fucking things. The labor is what's hard, but not like the parts are cheap. And once you replace those, there's no other codes with this van. Everything else runs perfectly fine on it. Like, it was sounding actually really good even having this issue 3 days ago. Like, the night before it broke down, it sounded perfectly fine. It also has all brand new sensors as well. So it's got new fuel injector sensors, or airflow sensors are new. All the wiring under there is also new. It's got a new fuel filter, new spark plugs. It just needs a new distributor and possibly fuel injectors, but maybe not even those. That may not even be the issue. So anyways, that's pretty much covers this. I'm not doing anything else to this other than looking at it, and once I get a call back from Jonathan, who sold me the van, I can at least FaceTime with him and kind of diagnose things that he's going to show me things that he's done to it and parts that he's already replaced through FaceTime. He knows more about this van than I did because he's had it for a lot of years. This was his work van for years, and that's why he's done a lot of work on it. But you figure this, right? You figure this. I got it for $1,000. It was originally supposed to be around almost $1,500. He took $500 off because he knew that I was going to have to pay to get some work done to it once I got it up here. And the amount of money that it's going to cost to fix this doesn't add up past that amount. So the way I look at it is I got the van for exactly the price that I was supposed to get it at. So, yep, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to call, once I get off this phone, I'm going to call Advanced Auto Parts, see if they have one in stock that I could just run up there later and pick up. And then maybe I could change this out tonight. It looks like it's just in. So this distributor looks like it's in by that bolt there and that bolt there. So I'm going to have to unplug these hoses to get to that. And then it should just pop right out. And then I'm going to, what I'll do first is I'm going to label each one of these hoses. I'm just going to write, like, if it goes in a 6, I'm going to put 6 on it, 4. So then when I hook everything back up to the new one, I know I'm putting the correct hoses in. It looks like it would only take me about 30 minutes to change that at the most. The van only has 177,000 on it. They say these particular van models can go up to about 600,000 if you treat it well. Yeah, I thought it was a V8 as well. Apparently it's a V6. I guess it's a V6. It sounds like a V8 too. It's got like the deep V8 sound. I don't know. Maybe that's the Vortec engine or the Vortec air feed that's into it that gives it that sound. Which actually I'm happy to find out that it is a V6, because guess what? That's why my gas mileage hasn't been as bad as it should have been for a V8. So, look, the way I look at it is, I don't know anything about this van right now, but I think after working on it myself over time, I'll know a lot about this van and how to fix things quickly in the future. The only thing that I'm concerned about is this, which I'm going to ask him about. This thing. This thing just fucking comes, I don't even know what this is. This thing just comes right out from the top of the engine here. It doesn't even clamp in. It's very loose. Look at that. It doesn't even clamp in right. So I'm kind of wondering, do I need to replace this? I don't even know what this is. It's very dirty. It looks important. So everything else looks pretty clean on this engine, though it's just old. Everything else looks pretty good. Hey, what's up, Sam Split? Yeah, well, we'll see. Again, I got all this opened up, so it'll be a lot easier to have. I'm going to see if I can get the mechanic to at least come back out here and look at things under here while I got it open. No, putting it fucking back together is not going to be easy. You've seen how much I struggle getting everything out. Imagine putting it back. Well, actually, I take that back. Putting this thing in is going to be easy. It's going to be putting the fucking plastic and locking it all back in. What gave me so much goddamn trouble was these fucking screws, man. The screws is what were giving me trouble. They're like in the tiniest and most awkward of places, and you have like no wrist action or no space to like fucking turn the ratchet. That's what was giving me trouble. Oh, I don't want to lose this. Alright, so this screw here goes to this. Maybe I should just screw this back, right? At least one side so it doesn't pop open. Let me do that real quick. I already got pictures of what it looks like inside there, so I don't really need to... I don't think I need to keep this open right now. I'll crack it. Alright, so at least that's all screwed in. The other screw's just hanging on the other side. I'll just leave that open. Oh my god, dude. Look at this. All of this had to come out just to get to the engine. All of this. You know what though? This gives me a great opportunity to maybe look around over the next couple of days at junkyards for better quality seats that aren't all fucking ripped up. At least the driver's seat. And then another thing that I could do while I had those off is I can go on Amazon and go ahead and order, maybe there's a thing that you put down that bolts into, and it makes a seat so it can spin, because I want it to be able to spin that way. So maybe I'll while I got these off, or maybe I'll just wait to put the passenger seat back in, because I got to get in and out of the van this way anyways. It would be easier to not have a seat. I'll just put the driver's seat back in for now. But I gotta clean out. This is fine anyways. Now I can actually vacuum and clean all this out while I got everything out of here. So I don't know, but I'm not fucking putting that shit back again until it gets fixed. Look at all these. Like, look at this shit, man. Hold on. You guys want to see all the tools? Hold on. I don't want to dox myself, but let me get inside. I might want to put these chairs inside the van though, in case it rains. Like, it might rain. Let me get my key. Let's not leave the key in here in the ignition. Let's not even leave it in there. I got unlimited tools, and I'm sure whatever it is that I'm going to need for this van build I got out here. The only thing I don't have is a Sawzall. It's just this garage, unfortunately, is being used right now for storage, so it's very jam-packed in here. But the guy that's been deceased for 5 years, this was his tool stuff. So I got like all of this shit in this tool kit or case or whatever. Oh nice, zip ties. I'm definitely gonna need those. And then I got all this over here. Got a lot of shit to work with. Look at this. Every fucking kind of wrench that you could think of. Brushes. And then if I come over here, I got even more shit. That's straps. Anyways, I got a bunch of shit that I can work with here. I got tons of stuff. Oh, unfortunately, my landlord, who I rent the RV from, it was her late husband's tools. He passed away like 5 years ago, and she still has like all of his stuff in the garage. But she said, whatever you need is out there. That's why I said this is the best place for me to work on the van, because I got everything I need here, except for a Sawzall. I'm gonna have to either rent one of those or buy one. Now, while I have all of this off, or out of here, the seats out of here, I can probably rip the plastic off to get to the nuts and bolts of this partition and get this partition out of here. It's just bolted into the top right there, and then it's bolted into the ground and then the sides. And I think once I bolt that, then I'll be able to get to the bolts to that back. I'll finally be able to get this shit out of here myself, actually. I just didn't want to take the fucking seats out and stuff yet. Is that stuff included with rent? Yeah, it is. Well, she's not charging me to use it, so I would say so. I would say so. That's a giant RV that I rent. It's huge. It's like a fucking 1-bedroom mobile home size inside of that. It's fucking huge. I've been living in there for like a year and a half. It's kind of why I don't like going to a van isn't that big of a deal. You know what I could do? I didn't see this until now. I could probably unscrew this partition as long as these aren't stripped from the sides, where it's all bolted in, and just push it outward. Might make it easier to get behind there. But you can see the bolts that I'm gonna have to undo. I'm gonna have to remove all this plastic in here too, which is fine. You know what? Like, I wanted to remove all of this anyways so I can clean everything behind it and maybe find I might not even put that plastic back in because I'm gonna be building, the side walls are gonna go all the way to that door basically, so that plastic's probably useless. I just gotta leave where I can plug the seatbelt in there. Yeah, I want to get some nice captain's chairs, I think. At least for the driver's side. At least for the driver's side. These don't have armrest on them, and the seat's pretty beaten up. I could just throw a seat cover over it, but you can get these seats. It's just 4 bolts. It's pretty universal. You can get different seats. I could pull them off of pretty much any vehicle about this size. Most junkyards have them for like 20 bucks. You come pull it yourself. They're very easy. I could just throw it in the back of the van too once I get the van running. A gamer seat for the driver? Wait, could I use an Xbox controller to drive the van from the back? Can we, is it possible to rig up like a TV monitor in the back and I just drive the van like it's a video game? Hey, if they can drive a submarine to the Titanic at the bottom of the ocean with an Xbox controller, why can't we get this van rigged up? Yeah, well, well, the good news is nothing majorly is wrong with this van, and it will get running again, one way or another. It's just going to take a little bit of time and effort, mostly waiting for parts, probably. I'm guessing mostly waiting on parts is the time thing. The way I figured it is, if I was able to fucking remove all this shit and get this out of here, how much harder is it? A couple more bolts and the engine to switch things out. I will say, this engine is pretty accessible from every angle. It shouldn't be too hard to get down inside that engine, and you just got to know what you can pull out and how to, like, in what order to pull things out and what to unplug. Which I do have people that can walk me through it. So, there's that. And then once I do it once, I'll know how to do it the next time. It looks like... Oh, look, you can see the ground. Well, I'm not pulling. You don't need to pull the engine out. There's no issues the van is having that requires you to pull the whole engine out. Like I said, to get to the fuel injectors, I would have to unbolt this thing right up on top, and that pulls out, and they're going to be down inside there. I have to pull the whole engine out. Now, if I had a transmission problem and we needed to rebuild the transmission, then we might want to drop the engine. You would drop the engine out, which would be a nightmare. It would be just worth buying a new van at that point. So I think that it's, I will say, like, unscrewing those 4 bolts in that engine are going to be a lot easier than everything I had to pull out of here to get to it. I called about 4 mechanics, and one quoted me around $900 to change the fuel injectors. His main reason being was because he knew he was going to have to take the seats out. He was going to have to take the console out to get to it. He said, that's going to be 3 hours worth of work. He said, your fuel injectors are going to cost you around $400, which is bullshit because I can get them online for $154. Then another mechanic said that he wanted to charge me $1,700. He said for the fuel injectors alone, it's going to be $1,200. And then it's going to be an additional $600 or $700 in labor to get to your engine and then put everything back. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I could just do it myself. I paid $0 to remove all this. And I'll pay $0 to put it back. Yeah, so on the V6, the fuel injectors actually come as a kit. It's like, it comes, here, let me show you guys. It comes as a spider. It looks like a spider. And you just unbolt it, screw it in, and plug the fuel injectors, lock them into place. It's that simple. It's not hard at all. Oop. Let me pull it up here. ...2004... GMC Savannah... Injectors 2004 GMC Savannah. It's a 4.3 liter. Yeah, alright, so here they are. So it looks like this. That's what it looks like for $146. Well, it comes with a whole entire kit, and they're all already connected to like hoses. So you replace and unplug this, and then you plug these all into where they're supposed to go. It's actually a lot easier than a V8. It tells you where everything's supposed to go to. That's what it looks like. And that's if I even need that. He already changed this 2 years ago. He just changed this not long ago. The van's just been sitting for a while. So that's kind of why I'm thinking either... Now, one of those could be clogged. That could be another issue. But again, I think it's going to be this. This looked way too burnt up on the inside. It didn't look like it was good. Well, the only hard part really is getting that top cap off right there, which the other bolt being back here is going to kind of be a hassle to get to. But again, I may not even need to do that. I'm going to do the distributor first. The distributor is easy. That's just one bolt right there. Looks like, yeah, right there, down under it. You can see it. I don't think there's another one over here. Unplug all of these hoses and then just pull it right up. And pop the new one in place. Bolt it in. Plug the hoses in. Plug the power thing back into it. And boom, new distributor. That's the easiest thing, and that's the cheapest thing to try. That's only 44 bucks. I mean, you all say that, but again, the mechanic said it's really complicated to get the seats out and then to access the engine in these vans, and I did it in what, an hour and a half? Good luck timing the distributor when... Well, I mean, like, again, there's a whole video I need to watch on installing a distributor. I just found it online. That's how I was able to figure out where the fuck the distributor even was. So, we'll see. Worst case scenario, I can call the mechanic up here and pay him for an hour to plug his computer back in and time the distributor for me. I could just do that. I can install everything, have it already ready to go, and then let him come here with his computer, pay him 125 bucks to time it. No big deal. If that's all it costs me, then that's not a big deal. Like, it's not... Get a wheelchair, it's easier to fix. Not yet. I talked to him on the phone not long ago, but he's in the middle of working right now, so he'll get back to me whenever he gets back to me. He always does. He's been I will say this, he's been really good about questions that I've had about the van since I've had it. I've had a few questions about certain things. I had to ask him again all the things that he's done to the van so I can tell the mechanic. And he usually gets back to me in a timely manner. I'm in no rush. I really am in no rush. I got everything opened up, which was what I thought was going to be the hardest thing. It wasn't. So, I'm actually, once I get off this live, I'm going to call the mechanic shop too and see if, now that I have this opened up, if when he gets off later today, if he'll come up here and look at the engine and everything. So, again, people... it's not anything major. I've already had the mechanic run my computer on the van while it was running. The only codes that tripped was just a misfire in 3 cylinders, 3 of the 6 cylinders. And again, that can only be a few things. We'll go over them again. The whole fuel injector thing needs to be replaced. It could be the distributor. That's not, that's causing it to fail. It could also be faulty spark plugs, which those were already replaced. It's not those, I can guarantee that. It could be clogged fuel injector lines, which is a possibility if it was sitting for a while. Which, again, that's not a hard fix. Or it could be shot coils in the fuel injector. So you just replace the whole kit if that is the case. So there's only a few things that's going to cause a misfiring in a few different cylinders. Now, if all of the cylinders weren't getting fuel to it, then I would be wondering about the fuel pump. And we watched the video yesterday on how complicated that is. That is a big time job required at a mechanic shop. But because it's still able to get fuel to try and start, and now I got to charge up the battery again, but before it was starting no problem. It was having issues running because of the misfires in the cylinders. So the fuel pump is working because it's getting fuel from there. It's just misfiring in the cylinders. So I have a few calls I gotta go make real quick, and I want to figure this thing out before I order it, but I want to order this today if I need it. So I'm gonna call a couple people. I don't even really need the van guy to call me back to see that that is pretty fucking blown on the inside of that distributor. So let's see if I can get that mechanic up here later today to at least look at everything. I'm pretty sure if he knows I got all this out in the open now, he'll be more willing to come up here. So I'll see you all later.